Well, hello my lovelies. Right, first things first, so sorry I'm late. I've been out most of the day, catching up with my lovely best friend. That managed to be twice as long as we thought, and time flew. So then I had to go and do another job delivering some Father's Day cards I made. Obviously, while I'm in the area, pop in, see mum and dad. And then by the time we've got back, decided to get Mackies for the kids for tea and us. And then we had a whole cup of pop spilt in the back of my car, in the front of my car. So I've had to clean that up. And then there was a fire engine opposite with its lights flashing. I don't know what they were doing because they were going right around the back of the building somewhere. But Aaliyah was obsessed. So, I mean, you've got to go and have a look at the fireman, haven't you? So, and then I came in and I was like, no, I haven't done everything I needed to do. But I'm here now and I've got my comments up. Hi, Louise. Hope you're feeling well. I hope whatever it was that you needed to have done was successful and you're feeling good. Lovely to see you. Okay, so we are going to be using the Give It a Whirl. The Give It a Whirl dies. Oh, that was right. When I get my dies, I like to put them onto magnets, magnet sheets, because I don't see extremely well, so I can see everything I need to see on this one. Now, I love these dies. I have played. I did put a picture on of a card I've made for a friend whose baby has just arrived. It was awesome. Hi, Mum. So, yeah, so I have printed off a couple of pictures because I was hoping to make a Father's Day card for the kids' dads. Dad. They don't have dads. Dad. And then I thought, what I'd do is print off a couple of pictures and then use the whirly dies because I've got 3 babies and I can put their 3 pictures in. But when I've printed them off, they're quite large. Now, those 2 I could get away with, but poor Aaliyah, she looks a little bit drunk. And then I printed this one off, but it's huge. But I don't know whether I can just maybe scare him with just the little bit of their face that comes up. So I'm totally unorganised as usual, but I do know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to grab a sheet of cardstock and my trimmer because I don't need a full sheet. Move the babies out of the way. I'm just going to trim this one down to what I would normally do a card, because then the other half can just be put for a card later on. So I'll just put that bit over there, measure this one. I always cut mine to 14.5 because I can't be doing with the 14.8 blah blah blah. So I like to just round it off and it's easier for me to work it out. So then, the die itself is not very big. It would leave you a border, and I tell you what, the card I made the other day with turtles, I am in love with. So, I think I might do the very similar, but obviously with my kids' faces in, and possibly a turtle or a puffin, or something, maybe. So, the die itself is that size. So the die itself is about 9.5 centimetres wide by 13.2 maybe. So you know, there's room. Oh, no worries, Louise. I know that feeling. I can hear them all. I can hear the one singing, the other one shouting. So I'm going to trim this down to what I would normally use. And then we'll see how we go, because it's going to cut the edges off anyway. So I'm going to cut this out. So we're going to move some bits and pieces because I have a very messy desk again because I made 3 Father's Day cards last night for an order. So let me just pop that on there. You know me, I don't like to waste paper, so if I can cut it small, so I'm only trimming off a small amount around the edge, then I'm gonna do it. There we go. Oh, twang, twang, twang. Okay, let's have a look. And there we go. Now, there has been some debate about this line that it leaves across the middle, across the bit here. But for me, it doesn't bother me because I think I covered it over by the time I'd finished with the other card, so you couldn't see it. So I'm not worried about it anyway. So what we will do is decide which shape we're going to use, because you have 4 different shapes that you can have as the like peekaboo hole. So you've got a fan shape, a circle. You know, if you're going to put some sentiments around it, then as long as you're good at making it straight, you're fine. Or a heart. Well, we won't be using a fan shape because it just fell on the floor. Typical. So I'm just wondering whether the round the round one would be literally Aaliyah's face. So, and she's smiling, so why wouldn't you want that shouting at you through the card? And then I thought I might try and see what this one is like, because this one gives you a pretty border to go around the hole that you're making with your for your peekaboo hole. So let me just put these back if I can remember where I got them from. And then in this set is awesome because you've got these, which originally I had no idea what they were for, but what you do is you cut out one of these, and where your brad goes through, it will leave like a little, the top piece of the brad. Let me just get one out, I'll show you. Hi Shirley, hi Lavine. So we've got square ones and we've got round ones, if it'll focus. There we go. So I used a square one on the last one, and obviously those dots aren't really big enough, but you could put a star on it, you could put a heart on it, and then when you spin it, whatever is on here spins around. So on the one I did the other day, I put a little flower that I had left over from when I was cutting out those confetti border flowers, and it fit quite nicely, and then when you spin it, the flower spins around, so I think it's cool. I can show you as well how I made a stencil using these clouds, but then I did stick clouds on it as well. But you can make a stencil. I just cut out 3 of these, and then on a little tiny strip of paper I glued each one together like a bit like so, and then when you blending brush on top of the paper, it gives you like a cloud, and then you just move it around to make clouds in the sky, which was fun. So let's get moving. So we're going to use that one. We need that out. And also in this you have numerous amounts of these. So you can emboss arrows at the side of your card to show which way to turn the card. Or easier than that, I think personally, is to cut out a little tiny arrow and then glue it on in the direction you want them to spin it. Most people would know when you see it to spin it, but you know, some people need direction. So let's pop them away. Put them over there for now because I might need them back when I decide what I'm doing. So then this, let me just get this because I can see that there's still paper in the middle. So then what you do is you get this piece and you decide what colour paper that you're putting your pictures on or whatever it is you're doing. So I'm going to do it on white, and then I might, if the pictures don't cover the whole hole, I'll just blend and brush something on them maybe. Right, let's just cut this. Hi, Mindy. Nice to see you all. Okay. So, then with this, what I do like about this is it does leave the marks from the frame, but then you know that you need to keep your images within this like cheese wedge shape so that it doesn't impeach. Is that the right word? I don't know. On the next picture as you're spinning it around. So that is that. Done. I'm going to have a little pot to put all my dies in so I can put them all away after. So then this will go on here and you'll have your spin piece showing at the side. And I like the fact that the hole is in all of them. You haven't got to guess. You know exactly where to put them. So, although that, it will go underneath there. Not on top. So then this, you need to cut a hole. Now the other day I did it here at the side. But I don't recommend it because you need to put some dimensionals on this piece to lift it up so that this can turn properly. And when I did that, there's not much card there in that gap. I did do it though because I managed it, but it was a bit, you know, I'd make life a bit easier because this is quite narrow. But if you've only got normal dimensionals, it's going to be a bit of a small gap to try and squeeze that in. So this time I'm going to go with at the top, and then I can put a character and something and then maybe a sentiment at the bottom. So let's try and line that up so it's straight. I think that's about right. Just grab me Heffy Doodle tape. And okay, Shirley, do you mean the dies? The dies are Give It a Whirl dies. They're only in the die section at the back of the catalogue. I think they're displayed on one of the character pages to see what you can do with it. And I can't remember which set is actually showing on there. Oh, left a bit of glue behind. Right. Get rid of that. Keep the circle for another day. So that die's done. So let me have a look and see. So on this I'm going to use some DSP from the, if I can remember what it's called. Where's the strong bit? I like to call it the strong bit because it's from the Pattern Party Designer series paper. And I'd like to use a piece of this, but I'm wondering if it's going to show, to be honest. Is that right? Yeah, that's right. Sorry, we'll get there in a second. Right, let me just have a little whiz through that side. What would look nice? I wonder if hearts, and actually, I cut a bit of something out of the hearts before, so I should have a piece of scrap paper. There we go. See, isn't that cool? I don't know what it's going to look like, but we'll have a little go. We'll give it a go. Right, let's put that on there. Put my die on. So you have a nice little circle that's got, oh, that side's cool. And we'll keep that for another thing. But actually, I quite like it. Oh, that's too cute. So I think what I'll do is, obviously not with this sheet because it's not big enough. But, where is it? I know there's another bit. what I'll do is I'll do the bottom half of this card with the heart paper, because obviously they loves their daddy. They do, they do, they do. So that's nice as well with the scalloped edge. Can you see the scallop on there? Very nice. We like that. Okay, so putting that in there, and I don't need to. Let's put our, when you put this onto here, if you aim it right, the hole isn't going to show, so I will have to make the brad go through this piece as well, and I might put a heart on it so it spins round. Oh yes, definitely, Shirley. I am so excited because when I did the turtle card the other day, which I do have a picture on my social media, I think it's on Instagram. No, actually, I haven't put a picture on because I'm waiting to send it to my friend before I let you all see it. So, you know. Okay, so this is going to be put on the back of there. So now I need to sort my pictures out. So I'm going to bring this die back in. And I'm going to cut this down a little bit so I can fit it. Here's my scissors. I'm going to cut it down a little bit to make sure I can fit it. I can fit them in the space I have to fit them in. So, bit of Caden. I'm going to trim it because it won't fit in my die cutting machine like that. So we're just going to shove Caden through the machine, as you do. Right. So then, what I will do then is I've got Caden, just going to pop Elsie through here. As well, and then we're going to see what we can do with our little Aaliyah to see whether I can make her look not too scary. Oh, it's a cute picture of Elsie. There we go. Right, so there's Elsie, and then our cutie patootie Aaliyah. Oh, now I've discovered my printer paper, my glossy photograph paper. I can do my scrapbooking now because I can print the photos off that I want to use. So I'll either do a video or I'll do that on my live next week. I'll do a scrapbook page, and I've never done one before. Oh, she doesn't look too bad. So there we go. Right, so we have our three little angels. So what I need to do now is pop him on there and then line the holes up so that I can make sure that he's in the right place. So now he's in the right place, I'm going to glue him there. I'm moving it again now. I think what I'll do is I'll put some glue on the back of him, and because with liquid glue you have like a few, you know, a minute or so, well not even a minute I don't think, it's 10-15 seconds or something, to sort of, as long as you don't push down too much, you have enough time to move him if you need to. So if I do that and then move him to where I want him, perfect. There we are. I just have a bog standard inkjet printer, to be honest. I haven't got a Fandangly printer or anything, so right, so Aaliyah now. So again, as long as that hole in the middle lines up, she should line up pretty well, to be honest. The only thing with sticking stuff onto here is that when you're turning it, it can catch the hole. But I do have a bit of a... I think I have a little trick up my sleeve. I saw someone else do it because I was a bit worried about it. And although my other card, it had... I'd stuck one circle sentiment onto it and stamped the other images. So I think... Did I put that in the right... I didn't check it, did I? Oh yeah, she's in the right place. She's all right. And then Elsie is in the right place too. There we go. 3 little winkles. Cutie patootie photos. Their dad is going to love this. I'm telling you. He will love it. Right, so now we need to decorate this bit. I can get rid of that. So this piece, I need me chopper chop chop. I'm going to put the lid back on the brads for a minute because I'll throw them everywhere because that's how I roll. Right, so this is approximately 9.5 wide by 13.2. So I need to, although I'm not going to go that high, am I? So I'm only going to go as far as 6.5 across here. I wonder if I can... No, that's not going to work. It's all right. I'm just wondering if I use maybe one of these stitched rectangles. That's too small. How big's that one? That's too small. What's this one? Is this one too wide then? I'm just wondering if it's easier to do the whole thing, but I don't think it is, to be honest. Okay, so I'm going to do this piece at the bottom because when I did the other cards, I had trouble with the cutout that is on here. But I wonder if I can use the actual, the original die to work out where to cut it. Yeah, I'll try that. Okay, we're going to experiment here now, guys. So I'm going to cut out. I'm experimenting now, guys. Bear with me. It will be fine. It'll all be good. I'm sure it'll all be good. I'm going to make the mistakes so you don't have to. That's the plan. Now this is a little bit too wide to fit into my die cutting machine, so that's a nice strip for another card, or the inside of this one. Whoop whoop. Okay, so I'm going to cut it the same size. I'm going to use the same die to trim it, and then I'm going to cut equal quantities off all 4 sides, and hopefully it will fit and give us a border, because we have to have a border. I can't cope if it's not got a border. So I'll pop that in there like that. Oh. Right, let's have a look. Move this out of the way. And then if I just go around the edge and measure half a centimetre on all sides. So I'm not going to have to worry about the notch because it's in the right place. I have a good feeling about this. Do we all have a good feeling about this? I do. I will, obviously I'll have to cut the hole again. And I know it hasn't left a gap around that bit, but it's cute. My heart's frilly thing isn't going to look quite right now, though, is it? But okay, so what I need to do is put that in the right place on there. Turn it over. and place the circle back on there like that. Well, my die cutting machine's getting a right pasting tonight, isn't it? So I'm going to mark it like this, and then I can take this away because I don't want to mark that because it's already had the hole cut out and I don't want to make a mistake with it. So I'm going to pop it back in here. Like so. Okay, so we have our piece cut out. We have another circle. Obviously now I know that's not really going to look right on top of there. Maybe it can go that way or something like that, or I can cut it out of a plain colour rather than patterned, but it's okay because we're in it together, guys. Right, so that is going to go, oh, if I have it around the right way it might help. That is going to go on there like so, and then this will go behind in the right place, and then you're going to see a little face peeking out at you. Actually, I will do a plain thing to go around there because that will be wicked. So I'm going to glue these together. Oh, new glue, and it's coming out plentiful. There we go, round there. Oh, do you know what? One of these days I will concentrate because I've managed to glue too close to the edge because I glued the wrong bit. It's alright. It's alright. We can remove the glue. We can find the cloth and I can wipe my fingers. It's all good. It's all good. Right, there we go. So that's that bit. Then we're going to get our brad. So I might use a black one. A small black one. Then I'm going to place it through there and through the back. And then when you touch the ends of these, one is slightly longer than the other, so it's easy to split them in half. And then you have your spinner bit with the kids in. Okay, let's put the lid on there. Oh, thank you, Mindy. Right, okay, so now we need a card base, and I'm pretty sure I have one cut already in pale papaya. That go? That's not pale papaya though, is it? No. Right, let's see what that's settles. I want settles, I want regals. There we go. Right, so I think we can use Old Olive because that's as close as I've got, I think, at the moment. I'm a bit low on coloured cardstock. I must do what I like to call a boring order. So I need lots of stationery, basically. So let's trim this down to the right size. It's not as big as I would normally make him because the whirly die doesn't do a big one, but then I could adapt it to a slimline card. Thank you, Shirley. Yeah, I could trim it down, you know, I could make it into a tall slimline card and cover it with all sorts of things, but I'm not going to do that today. I'm pretty sure he's going to love it anyway. Okay. So I've scored it in the middle at 10.5. There we go. I need my foam folder. And then this will go onto here. And then that will spin round. But obviously, as you can see, it's a bit hard to spin it. Now, what I did the other day was I put the strip dimensional on, this one, and then I popped a normal dimensional on the card below where the turning piece gets, because when you stick it on, it tends to stick to the card, so it's hard to get your finger in. But if you put a dimensional on the card base but don't take off the top sticky part, it helps to lift it up so you can easily spin. I'll show you in a sec when I've done it. So on the back of this now, we are going to, well, actually we're going to finish decorating it first, because you can't be doing it like that, can you? So I think I am going to use, no, I'm going to put it straight though, because it's going to bug me if I don't put it straight. So it frames them, or should I do, let me just grab, if I can get my foot out of a cable. Oh goodness me. Right, I need some scrap paper. And I'm thinking red, because, you know, red means love, and they loves him lots. So I think that's a real red. Is that real red? I think so. What's that one? No, that looks like cherry cobbler, so I don't think it's that one. So confusing. I separate the note, that's not even cardstock, that's just, yeah, we're going to go with this one. So I'm just going to, look, I'm die cutting again. So I'm just going to die cut this, because actually if you put this on, it will cover the brad, where the brad top is. So you don't need to put anything over the top of it. I just won't glue it down by where the brad is. Is that all the way through? Yeah, straight off. My die cutting machine is playing the game tonight. See? Red blob, save for later. So I'll save my little frame for something else. And I'll put a red one onto there. Now, the brad is making it stand off a little bit, but I don't think you're going to notice, to be honest. So I'm just going to put a few dots on here, but not all the way around. So where my fingers are is where the lack of glue is. And then pop it on like so. Hold it down for a few seconds. Yeah, you're right, red. Yeah, it is a bonus. You don't have to worry about postage, because sometimes if you make a deep card, you've then got to put it in a box or something. Whereas, to be fair though, here it has got to, I can't remember how wide it is, but I'm pretty sure you can still send it as a letter, but I can't remember what the dimension is that you can't send it anymore, because it's too, you have to go up to the next payment for the size of it. Now what shall we put on here? Now I did cut out, where are they? I don't know if they're actually the right way. No, they're not going to show because it's the same paper. Okay, so we do have, oh, he's got a bit of a weird looking eye. Oh, there we go. Don't know what was on his eye then. We do have a turtle. And then I could put "You are turtly love." Oh yes. Oh yes. But I don't like the turtle. we're going to make a turtle. So, piece of scrap paper, turtle stamps. These are very well loved and used already. And I can safely say that I'm no longer going to be grieving for the snails. And I will be probably selling them now because I've now found my new love in turtles. So I'm going to stamp my turtle. And then clean that because I'm renowned for ending up with a huge pile to clean. So clean that, put it away. And then we're going to have, I will do 3 little turtles. I'm not going to fit them all on, am I? No, we're not having little turtles. I might stamp 3 turtles inside the card. That would be better. So this one then needs a body, a shell. So I found the other day that actually if I stamp it in, was it crumb? No, I need, where are you? There he is. Early espresso. I think I stamped it off though, so I'm just going to do a little experiment just to check, because it's always best to check it before you end up stamping it. Just borrow this piece of paper. Well, Mindy, oh, 5mm, thank you, Mum. So my husband has had, I'm going to do it full actually because it is a really nice colour and it goes a bit too pale when I stamp it off. Right, I'm trying not to get my head in your way. Yeah, so my husband has had a snail birthday card, a snail Valentine's Day card, and there was another one, but I can't remember what it was for. Not sure, but he's had like 3 snail cards, so I think he's over the snails. So now I'm going to grab my dark, soft succulent, and I'm going to shade his tail, and then I'm just going to do the edge of his leg and a little bit on his neck and maybe a bit on his nose. Then I'm going to grab the light soft succulent and I'm going to colour. See, I was talking to my 7-year-old Elsie on the way home from my mum's this afternoon, and we were talking about what card, and she was like, well, you need a mummy turtle and a daddy turtle, and I was like, I just don't think I've got time to do all that. So maybe tomorrow she can make a card for daddy. I am doing really horrendous staying in the lines here, guys, and I know why. It's because I've got the wrong glasses on. Hang on a sec. There we go, that's better. I can see better now. My nan always used to say, take your glasses off, Joan, you can see better. And that is what I remember. My nan, awesome person. I remember lots of fun things with my nan. Okay, so I'm going to colour the shell. And then, oh, I am not doing a very good job of colouring tonight, guys. Okay. But I did buy something a bit cool. I bought a colour lifter pen. So I'm going to just go around the edge where I've just managed to go outside of the lines and use my colour lifter to sort it out for me. So you just do it and then leave it alone and it works its magic while you're not looking. Right, so turtle punch. And we're going to punch the turtle out. Now you can, with this punch, it gives you 2 little circles to do an eye. If you want to do more of a character eye or look in a different way or whatever, it works really well. But I'm not doing that today because I'm happy with the eye I've got. So, all the kids have got blue eyes, except for Elsie, who's got a bit of a smudge of brown in hers as well, but we just give the turtle a blue eye. Okay, so we're going to pop our turtle just here, and I'm not putting anything on dimensionals on the top because the card is going to become, although if you were posting it, don't put dimensionals, but I'm not posting it, so why not? That's what I say. So I'm going to put one on her head, one on his head, her head, I don't know if it's male or female, and then a couple towards the legs. I may have put that one too low. Oh no, it's alright. It's okay. It's alright. Okay, so we are going to pop our snail just there. And then we need a sentiment. So in the turtle set, move my other glasses out of the way, we have "You are turtly loved," which is just, I love it. It's a really cute little saying. So that's here. Just move this one out of the way. I like to pop it on the desk because then it straightens itself out, so when you pick it up it's straight. Because if you try and put it on manually, you can make it wonky without even trying. So I'm not sure. I am not entirely sure what I'm going to cut this out with yet. Will it fit on here? It will fit there. So I'm going to use Evening Evergreen to do the words. And we're going to pop that on there. See, and it's not straight, but it's alright. Okay, so in the set you do have some dies, but I don't think they're as long as that one actually is. So I'm just going to check. No, it's not. No, it is not. So I will find a different die to cut it out. I think, let me just tidy this up because I've made a huge mess and it's not good. Oh, there is one in there, I think. I'll have a look now. There we go. Right, will that one be long enough? Oh yeah, baby. Right, let's get this cut out. Yep, the die cutting machine is earning his keep today. Let's try and get that as straight as possible. It's probably going to come out wonky, but you know, it's all right. Right, so then we have, oh, it's not bad at all if you ask me. Goodness me, it's just stuck. There we go. Right, so I was thinking maybe a red border around this. So in the, so I'm sorry, I'm saying so a lot today, aren't I? Is that going to be too big? No, I think that's, as a frame, that would be quite cool. So we'll just cut this as well. Oh, that's hard work. Sounds like I'm beating someone. Right. Okay, so that's going to go there. That's going to go on there. So that's going to then go onto there. And I do have some little embellishments I can use on this from that. You can't get them now, but they're the hearts from, or can you? They might still be available at the minute. Not for long though. Sale brochure finishes soon. 30th of June. Have you all got... Hi Wendy! Have you all managed to get anything in the sale? Or is there something that you wanted that you didn't manage to get? So I probably will be selling a few bits that I have. But if you wanted something, you need to buy it in the brochure, because not everybody really sells all their things, and then there's lots of people fighting over them. Okay, so we want the dimensionals again. So I'm going to pop one there, one in the middle, and one at the end. And I know this card takes a while to make, but once you've done a couple, it'll probably be quicker. And then if you make if you need to make a few of them and do them all at the same time, you can just mass cut lots of things all at the same time. Okay, so we're bringing back in our card base, and that is going to go on there. See, I think it's missing something. Maybe I do need a baby turtle. Maybe. Right, so I've noticed that where I put too much glue on, I'm starting to get a bit of a mark. Now, I have discovered if you use a normal eraser and you just keep going over it for a little while, I know it takes a lot longer than those silicone rubbers. If you go in one direction as well, it kind of peels it off the edge of the card. So there we are. It takes a bit longer. If you've got a silicone rubber, use that, but I haven't got one of them, so you have to make do with what you've got. Use what you have. So that is going to go on there. So I will sort out another turtle or something in a minute. So now I need my strips. Strippity strips. And then you should be able to go. See, that doesn't give you much room to put the... I've done it right, haven't I? Maybe it wasn't where I put the hole. I think it's actually where the die sits. It's very narrow there, but it should be all right with just the dimensional either side like this. Well, we're going to try it anyway. So, but on the other card I made, I managed to squeeze it right at the very edge of there. But I'm not going to fight it today to do it, because I'm not in a fighting mood. I have also discovered that these strips will go around corners. I kid you not. Because if you get to there and then you just twist it a little bit and stick it down, it just goes around the corner. So if you're doing a shaker card, these are perfect for doing shaker cards, because you can go down around the corner and not leave any gaps at the corner then. Oh, look at that. Perfect length. It met the other one. Right, let's take our strips off. Put them straight in the bin, Wendy, and then you won't have bits of everything everywhere when you have a perfectly good bin staring at you. There we go. So, I'm going to try and aim for the middle. There we go. Like so. Yeah, I think it's fine. It's a bit, you can push it in there, but it's fine. And they're not getting stuck because they're pictures, so I don't see the problem with that, to be honest. Okay, so what I did do, like I said before, I got a dimensional Oh, just the one, not two. And then I held up that piece there, and actually I didn't use my fingers, I used my reverse tweezers just on the very edge because it's so sticky it sticks to my tweezers. And I just snuck that down inside where you couldn't see it, but I didn't take the top off it. So it holds it up off the card, so it makes it much easier to be able to spin it. And it's so cute. Ta-da! Right, let's put some... I really think it needs a baby turtle or three. Oh, well, yeah. Yeah, Lavine. It works just as well, I think, but it just takes, like, you see people do it really fast with one of the silicone rubbers, but, you know, I haven't got one, so I have to make do with what I have. So I do. Okay, so I think we'll probably go over a little bit, but we need baby turtles. We need baby turtles. That's what Elsie requested, and then maybe I'll put Mummy inside the card. Okay, so now I'm going to grab my scrap paper again, and we're going to stamp in Evening Evergreen. Move the other little ones out of the way for a minute. We're going to stamp one there. We're going to have two looking like they're sleeping. And then we'll have a Leah who's always wide awake. Oh, moved. And then we're going to do that, and then we need the little shell, which I will use the little stamp for because I tend to rock if I'm on a big stamp. So I'm not going to do that in Evening Evergreen. I'm going to do that in Crumb Cake because I don't want it as dark as the... I went to stamp then and my little shell, my shell piece fell off and I nearly stamped the block, which wouldn't have been helpful. So I'm going to stamp and stamp and stamp, and then I'm going to use Light Soft Succulent to colour them in. Like so. And on the little ones I do kind of go over where I've stamped the shell pieces because it gets a bit awkward if you're trying to colour in between each piece. Maybe I should have done that in the early espresso. Whew, couldn't remember what it was called then. Okay. Oh no, we got the other one as well. Don't forget me. Okay, nearly done, guys. Right, so then I'm going to use the dark just to do their nails. Maybe a little tiny bit on their tails just to give them a bit of shading. There we go. Right, so I'm going to cut these out. Oh look, I've forgotten to colour the one's toes now. That poor one at the top, I keep forgetting. Yeah, Dad and 3 turtles to go with their turtle pictures. Totally awesome pictures. Right, let's separate them first. Right, I will try and do this as quick as I can. But earlier on, I was rushing to cut a puffin and I cut one of his legs off. So I had to start all over again. So I'm not going to rush too much because I don't want to cut anyone's legs or head off, because that would be sad. Sad story. Okay. Has anyone got the puffins set that is watching on my live? Bye Shirley. Probably missed you, but bye. For anyone watching on the replay, comment below. But also I have just a little tip. If you have got the puffins, and I probably will say it on nearly all my videos because I think it's pretty cool. Now you get a little fish in the puffins. So little tip I will show you actually I'll wait and show you, because on the small puffin, his hands or his fins or whatever you want to, flippers, whatever you want to call them, are in a certain shape to look like he's holding something. And if you're very clever with because the snips have a very sharp point on them, you can actually get in between them to cut his fins. I know it's not murder, promise. He was all right afterwards because he was very happy because he was holding a fish. Because you can cut it and then you just put the fish in between his flippers and he looks like he's holding the fish. It's so cool. Right, any bits that I miss that are white, I'm going to use my Evening Evergreen pen. So if you see there, you can see there's white bits you can see. So if you take your dark Evening Evergreen, which is what I've done the outer part of him with, and then just gently brush the edges. Or maybe I should have used the lighter one, but it covers it and makes the border look sharper. So you just go around the edge. I think probably just going to swap to the light one rather than the dark one, but use the brush end. Come here, little friend. Oh, so show you in this bit here, you can just colour that piece and that bit, and it just looks a bit better. So put one there. So let me just do this guy because I can see lots of white on him. So just go around the edge and just colour where it looks like you haven't cut it properly, or it looks white because you've cut too much, which is what I've just done on one bit. So that one, and then the last little tiny baby. Okay. Right, I must go and get some bacon out of the freezer because Daddy always gets breakfast in bed. And this year the kids have been learning how to make toast, and I think that Elsie could make some bacon. So we're going to do a little family thing in the kitchen in the morning to make Daddy breakfast in bed. So even though they'll be in bed by the time I finish this card, they'll probably be sleeping, so I'll have time in the morning to get them to sign it. You not got puffins yet, Wendy? Honestly, they're so lovely, and they're you can use them for lots of different cards as well. I've forgotten to take a picture actually. I must message my niece and see if she can sneak a picture of the card before she gives it to the dad to her partner's dad because I forgot to take a picture, but I used puffins for a Father's Day card, I've done a birthday card, and I've done, what's the other one I've done? I might do them like that, sort of walking around, walking on the circle. No, don't like it like that. Maybe we'll have one up there and one there. There we go. See, looks better now. It's got 3 babies on it. Right, let's get rid of these. Okay, so I'm gonna, I don't know whether to glue these on because the heads and that are quite fragile. Will it be all right with a dimensional? Well, there's only one way to find out, isn't there? Stick a dimensional on it and try. Let's have a look. I nearly pulled his head off then. Oh, thank you. Hi, Jessica. Oh, bless you, sweetie. That's so kind. Completely forgot because I was rushing when I got back from being out with my friend to bring them over for you. I completely forgot to take a picture of it. Right, okay. So that's the last little turtle. Oh, bent his tail. He can be looking at Daddy. The kids are no doubt in the morning, the kids will decide which one they are. So there you go. My 3 little babies on a spinny card for their daddy. Now you could put like pretty paper in between each one, but the idea is that you have it on a child or whatever picture. On the one I did the other day, I had a mummy turtle and then I had 2 turtles on the spinny thing, and then one of them said hello little one, which is in the stamp set. So this is good for a new baby card. And then of course you've got the You Turtley Loved, sorry belated birthday, sorry I was slow, or happy belated birthday, sorry I was slow. So, you know, there's quite a few possibilities with that card, so you'll be seeing a lot of turtles, I think. So the inside we're going to put, actually I think I need another piece of cardstock. Oh, nearly spilled all my red scraps everywhere then. Wouldn't be totally me, would it? Right, so the inside of the card is going to be 10 centimetres wide and 14 centimetres tall, because then it'll give me a green border. And then we're going to take the strip that we had, and I'm going to cut that to 14 centimetres as well, so that I can have a strip down the side. Won't need that now. So let's stick this in the card. Got bits of rubber everywhere. Concentration head on now, not talking. Okay, so I'm going to grab, if I can get hold of it without getting glue on myself again, because it's never good when you cover yourself in glue all the time. Today I've been awful at getting these straight. There we go. Right, so we'll stick that there, and then I'm going to put this down the side so it matches the outside of the card. Trying to get it straight as well. Oh, look at that. See, you've got you've got a few seconds to move it to where you want it, and then you rub it and it moves. Don't rub too hard. That's probably the best thing to say. So I'm going to stamp oh yes, I know. It's a retired set. So sorry. I don't have an immense amount of sentiments, and I don't have one with Happy Father's Day on it, but this just says you are one of a kind. No, I won't do that. We won't be naughty and use that. We will use I think what I'm going to do is put thank you and then put you are the best right and all. Love you more. Trying to find all the sentiments I've got now. Welcome, hello, birthday wishes. We're going to use you are the best, but I think I might put thank you and then you are the best because, you know, it's Daddy and he is, you know, he is the best. He is the best. Now, I do like the thanks on there, on light-hearted lines. So what I'm going to do is get a piece of my tape and I'm going to cover the bottom half. Thank you, Jessica, I've got them. Cover the words at the bottom so that I've only got the thanks showing. And then, oh no, that block's not big enough. Put it onto a block and then stamp it, but do not forget to take the post-it note off before you actually stamp it. Oh, you have it. Oh, honestly. Right. I'll show you in a second what I mean. And I think I've even... Look, I nearly forgot to take the post-it off. Take the post-it off! I can hear you. Sorry, I have to put it... Oops, sorry. I don't know why it was interrupted then. Oh, and again. What is going on? Can you see me okay? Hi, Kathy. Sorry, I didn't see you come in. I hope I'm okay. Right, so we're going to put thanks. And then underneath that, so let me just clean that stamp. Oh, good. It just keeps saying stream interrupted. I don't know why, and then keeps hesitating, and then it comes back straight away, so not sure what that's about. Okay, let's get you're the best, and then what I'm going to do, and I know the fonts aren't the same, but I quite like mixing fonts, because I'm a bit like that, you know, a bit of a rebel. Okay, I'm going to try not to get in your way, at the same time as trying to get it straight. See? That'll do. That'll do, pig, that'll do. Okay, so there we go. That is the inside. Right, so on the puffins, because I've got it here, we'll go back to the card in a second. If you look at this one here, now where is the card I made? Is it up here? Yes, it is. Right. So what I did was I cut out the baby penguin, the baby puffin, and then I cut out a fish. I coloured them both separately, and then I trimmed the flippers of the puffin so that his hands, his fins move, and then I just put the fish inside. It's so cool. So you can make, you know, and actually on one of the cards I've done, I have him holding a cupcake, which is from the other new set I haven't had a really big play with yet, but Measure of Love. So I coloured all these in and I cut them out individually, and then I put a cupcake, so the puffin was holding a cupcake. So it was cool. It was cool. So there we go, we have done. So we have a whirly card with the new Give It a Whirl dies. Honestly, you need to get it. You do. But there we go. So I will put a picture on as soon as my friend has received her card. I will put a picture on of the other one I did with turtles, because that one is totally awesome too. So there we go. Right guys, thank you so much for watching. I will try and get some videos done this week so I can add some more to my YouTube. If you didn't see my unboxing, that will be, I don't know if I've done it already, but that'll be on YouTube very shortly. And I'll show you all the new things I got, including all of these papers. Now these papers are so versatile. There's the whole one side is black and white, and then the other side is like rainbows and colours, and it's just beautiful. So there we go. Thank you, Wendy. So if you haven't got a demonstrator and you'd like a catalogue, then just give us a message and I can send you one out for free, as long as you are within the UK, and I can't remember the other, Netherlands, France, can't remember, sorry. So yeah, so if you want a catalogue, give us a shout. We will be having, the sale ends on the 30th of June. So give that a look. If you want to have a look online, give that a look up, and you can use my, you can buy through me and have it delivered straight to you. Oh, thank you, Wendy. Netherlands, Germany and France. Thank you so much. I can never remember. I think I need to write myself a post-it note. Okay, so we are going to have... oh, thank you, Levine. Yeah, the kids are just going to yeah, they're going to be all over him like a plague, and they're going to be waking him up at the crack of dawn to give him a card. We've decided we're going to give him some pennies so that he can buy himself a football shirt or something, because he hasn't had one of them for a long time, and I didn't know which one to buy, so I was like, we'll just tell him to buy his own. But he will get breakfast in bed, and he'll get lots of cuddles. He does anyway, but he'll get lots more cuddles tomorrow, and cups of coffee and stuff. So yeah, so there we go. I hope you all have a lovely rest of your weekend. We are actually going to church again tomorrow. We went to church last week, and it was, the kids were so excited. The girls came with me. So yeah, and it's so nice to meet up again, and slowly everything is opening a bit by bit. We've had a bit of a scare with a few cases recently, and one not far from us, but you know, we're gonna have to live with it. So make the best. Make the best of it. So there we go. Right, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all very soon. Bye bye.